Welcome to One Exam Prep's 4 tips to becoming a licensed contractor in South Carolina. Whether you're looking to obtain a residential or commercial license, this presentation will walk you through the essential steps to ensure a smooth licensing process. From understanding the state's licensing boards to passing the required exams and meeting financial requirements, we'll cover everything you need to know to get licensed and start your contracting career in South Carolina. South Carolina has 2 separate boards that regulate contractor licensing. The Contractor Licensing Board governs commercial contractors. For these licenses, the application is submitted after passing the required exams. On the other hand, the Residential Builders Commission oversees residential-only contractors. And for these licenses, the application must be submitted before scheduling the exams. If you're pursuing a residential license, it includes trades like building, electrical, HVAC, and plumbing, which all require passing both business and trade exams. However, certain specialty contractors, such as siding, drywall, painting, and stucco, only require registration with no exam needed. Also, if a licensee owns less than 51% of a company, a business certificate of authorization is required. For commercial licenses, these are required for projects over $10,000 and cover commercial, industrial, and residential work. To qualify, you must have at least 2 years of experience in the last 5 years and pass both the business law and technical exams with a score of 70% or higher. Reciprocity agreements may allow some exam requirements to be waived. The key difference between residential and commercial licensing: residential contractors must have at least 1 year of experience, apply before exams, and are limited to 3-story buildings with up to 16-unit apartments. Commercial contractors, however, must have 2 years of experience, apply after passing exams, and are required for projects over $10,000. Understanding these requirements ensures you take the right path toward getting licensed in South Carolina. Once you've determined which license you need, the next tip is scheduling and preparing for your exams. The process varies depending on whether you are applying for a residential or commercial license. For commercial contractors, you must complete all required exams before applying for your license. This includes passing the South Carolina Business Management and Law exam, which is mandatory for all applicants. You can register for this exam and any required trade exams through PSI's website at test-takers.psiexams.com/SCCON. For residential contractors, the process is different. You must submit your application and receive approval before scheduling your exams. Once approved, you'll receive a notification from the Commission, and you can then schedule your exam with PSI. When preparing for your exams, it's crucial to have all the state-approved books for your trade. You'll want to highlight and tab your books to quickly find key information during the open book test. We also recommend taking practice tests for each book individually so you can get familiar with the type of questions you'll encounter. Then practice with all books combined to build speed and accuracy in recognizing keywords and knowing which book to reference. Finally, have a game plan for exam day. Make sure you know the test format, have your materials ready, and walk into the exam with confidence, not like a deer in headlights. Follow these steps will help ensure you pass on your first attempt and move one step closer to getting licensed. In South Carolina, contractor licenses are divided into different groups, which determine the maximum project size you can bid on and complete. These limits are based on your working capital, net worth, and surety bond requirements. For general contractors, the groups range from Group 1, which allows projects up to $100,000, to Group 5, which has no limit on project size. Each group has specific financial requirements, with Group 1 requiring at least $10,000 in working capital and $20,000 in net worth, while Group 5 requires $250,000 in working capital or $350,000 in net worth. For mechanical contractors, the limits start at $35,000 for Group 1 and go up to unlimited for Group 5. The financial requirements are lower than those for general contractors, with Group 1 requiring just $3,500 in working capital or $7,000 in net worth, while Group 5 requires $200,000 in working capital or $300,000 in net worth. Your working capital is calculated as your current assets minus current liabilities, while your net worth is your total assets minus total liabilities. If you do not meet the financial requirements for your desired group, you can submit a surety bond in place of a financial statement. The bond amount must match the net worth or working capital requirement for the group you are applying for. Understanding these license groups is crucial because it directly affects the size of projects you can take on. Choosing the right group based on your financial standing ensures you are operating legally and competitively in South Carolina's construction industry. In South Carolina, all contractors must meet financial requirements to qualify for a license. This can be done by submitting a financial statement or a surety bond with your application. A financial statement must be dated within the last 12 months and show you meet the net worth or working capital requirements for your license group. If you're applying for groups 3, 4, or 5, the statement must be prepared by a licensed CPA. Group 5 applicants require an audited financial statement. You can verify your CPA's credentials at cpaverify.org. If you prefer not to submit a financial statement, you can provide a surety bond instead. The bond amount must match the net worth or working capital requirements for your group. For example, a Group 1 general contractor requires a $20,000 bond, while a Group 5 general contractor requires a $350,000 bond. The bond must be continuous and remain in effect as long as your license is active. The surety bond must be issued by a company authorized to do business in South Carolina and include the original signatures of both the surety and the principal. DocuSign is not accepted, and the bond must include the surety company's seal and power of attorney document. It must also list the state of South Carolina as the obligee and serve as protection for consumers in case of contract breaches or financial disputes. If a surety company wishes to cancel your bond, they must notify both you and the board at least 30 days in advance. Without an active financial statement or bond, your license cannot be maintained. Understanding the role of financial statements and surety bonds is key to ensuring your license remains valid and that you meet all state requirements for operating legally as a contractor in South Carolina. Thank you for watching. Keeping these 4 tips in mind will help ensure a smooth and successful path to licensure. By understanding the state's licensing requirements, preparing for your exams, knowing the financial and surety bond options, and selecting the right license group, you'll be well on your way to securing your contractor's license. At One Exam Prep, we offer expert guidance every step of the way. Our comprehensive courses, including self-study and live instruction, ensure you're fully prepared for the exams. Our highlight and tab books make it easy to find key information quickly during the tests. We also provide application assistance to simplify the licensing process. And if you need a surety bond, we can help you obtain one to meet the financial requirements for your license. If you're ready to take the next step toward getting licensed in South Carolina, contact us today. We're here to help you pass on the first try and start your contracting career with confidence.